I finally did it. I asked my viewers to send me their deepest, darkest confessions, and you guys trusted me with these. All of these are anonymous, of course, but I really hope no one put anything actually illegal in here. I'm starting to really love these interactive types of videos, and if you guys like them too, then let me know in the comments, and maybe drop your own confession down there if you're feeling brave enough. Anyways, let's get started. Okay, first one. When I was 10, my sister was being mean to me. Knowing she was a huge germaphobe, I made her think someone was using her toothbrushes for months. I would get it wet and then put it back in the wrong spot and did this again every time she replaced it. Wow, okay, going off strong with the biological warfare. I mean, not technically, you didn't actually do anything, but like, you messed with her head, dude. As a fellow germaphobe, I would actually start peeling at the walls. She started keeping her toothbrush in her room. I've chilled out with my vengeance since then, and my sister has gotten significantly less mean. So, happy ending, I guess? I guess, man. I mean, good thing you didn't actually do anything with the toothbrush, so I guess psychological warfare, I guess. I genuinely got so excited seeing you into TF2. I shed a few tears of joy. Yeah, I honestly didn't expect to get into TF2, especially now, since the game is kind of dead. No more updates. I've seen it around. I like it. Like, I didn't expect me to like it, but I think it's cool. I love going back and, like, reading the comics, because I think I reread the main comics, like, several times, even though my favorite character has, like, 0 screen time. I got another TF2 confession. Sometimes I'll be like, I love every TF2 character, when in reality, I do tend to favorite Scout sometimes. But I just can't help myself. He's so cute. I love him. Like, sure, I love Soldier and Spy, but it's mainly Scout who gets all my attention. P.S. I ship myself with Pyro. Honestly, I can't even say shit. Can I just say something? Scout is really overrated. I'm sorry. Like, Scout, I see so many self-shippers with Scout, and I'm just like, why self-ship with Scout when Demo Man exists? I'm so sorry. Okay, next confession. When I was like really young, I think 5 or 6, my older cousin showed me a video about FNAF 4, and at the time, FNAF was new to me, so I was so amused by it. But then Foxy jump scared the guy playing, and I got so scared I started crying, and that was mainly the reason I couldn't sleep by myself for a good two-ish years. 2 years because of, I'm assuming, Nightmare Foxy, because Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Damn, that's crazy. No, that's mean. That's okay. I mean, you were like 5 or 6, so I mean, that explains it. Though I somehow also became a fan of FNAF because of that, so I guess it all worked out in the end. I mean, yeah, true. It got you into the franchise. We all start somewhere. Okay, we're diverting this. We got a Homestuck confession. Any Homestuckers out there? I have a cartoon crush on Equius the Hawk from Homestuck for some reason. If you don't know who that is, just look him up in the search engine. I know who that is. I was a Homestuck myself back in the day. I did a few cosplays. I was mad at my sister. Oh, another sister confession. Okay, let's hope it's not bad. I was mad at my sister, so I replaced her good makeup products with the expired products that our mom put in storage, and she got a really bad eye infection. And to this day, no one knows what the fuck is up with you guys and torturing your siblings. I mentioned biological warfare. This is legit biological warfare. A bad eye infection? That's crazy. Wait, so it's not specified. Did you replace all of her makeup products with expired products or just the eye ones? I mean, either way, it's bad, but to this day, no one knows what you did. I hope they find, fuck. Oh, this is so bad. I hope they find out. I hope they find out. I'd be a snitch. I'm kidding. I'm not a snitch, but I hope they find out. Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. Once I fell face first into a bunch of stinging nettles. What's a nettle? I'm scared. I'm gonna Google this. Oh! It's a plant. Okay, I thought it was an insect. I'm not downplaying it because it's a plant. Plants can be pretty painful, so I was scared it was gonna be like a scary insect. I was trying to hang onto a swing that a family member of mine was on. Oh, damn. I hope you didn't have to go to a hospital for that, because I know some plants can do that, like poison ivy and stuff. I hope everything turned out okay. I remember what you did on January 1st, 2017, Boxy. Okay, this could be anything. Fight me. Come outside. We're taking this outside. No one can know. There was a time in 2nd grade where I pretended to be a monkey, just because it happened to be a cool animal from my native country that I saw a lot. What did little me do on an American playground, but specifically on rainy days, I always tossed gobs of mud at my classmates. Yeah, in reference to the way monkeys throw shit at people who go to the zoos. At least you didn't throw shit. At least it was just mud. I cheat in Minecraft by using keep inventory. Who doesn't? Like, who doesn't play with keep inventory? I don't know anybody who doesn't play without keep inventory. If they do, they're lying. If they say they don't play with keep inventory, they're lying. They're just straight up lying. Everybody plays with keep inventory. I am a gigantic hoarder. I like collecting stupid things like flowers and colored dyes and sheep wool, rotten flesh, and other items dropped by mobs, etc. I can't stand losing my dumb collections and like the easy cheat of dying and returning home with anything I collected on the run. No, I get that. I get that. I do the same thing with like wools and dyes, but I specifically make like pixel art with them if I can, if I'm able to. Especially if it's like mods too. I just hoard all of that and make cute little like pixel art designs. But keep inventory. Everybody plays with keep inventory. We all play with keep inventory. If you say you don't play with keep inventory, explode right now. You're lying. Back in high school in the gym locker room, the dudes and I found a way to get into the ceiling. Two dudes lifted a guy up and we watched him climb through the ceiling. I also gave him a skull mask that I had and he left it in there. I think I know who this is, but that's crazy though. Imagine if that's still there. Like years have passed and that skull mask is still there. That's gonna be an ancient artifact at that point. When I was little, I was obsessed with chickens, so I would take eggs from the grocery store to try to hatch them. Is it bad that I used to do the same thing? Like, as a kid, when my dad would buy the cartons of eggs, I would try to take one and then keep it in my room to see if it would hatch. They would always disappear, so I'm assuming my parents found them and took them back to the fridge or something. I used to draw Fangle. I'm not proud of it. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay, so many people need to escape from the Fangle trenches. It's fine. Everybody in the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom had that phase. Not me though, stay safe. I've been meaning to make an animation with some of your animatronic designs, but I never got around to it. Might still do it at some point because I love them so much. They're basically canon to me now. I would love to see that, dude. I've gotten a lot of fan art, and every iteration I see people make of my versions of the characters, I get so giddy because like there's so many good artists have made fan art of my stuff, and I genuinely can't believe it. But I would love to see animations of that nature because that would be really cool. If I had a nickel for every time I came up with a security breach crossover AU while listening to music and scrolling social media, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happening twice. Honestly, so real. This is me with my OCs. Honestly, no, this is every single artist. Every artist has done this. I think it's just like a common thing with artists to like come up with little scenarios and AUs every time you listen to music or something. 2 Boxy's layer. From one of your crew members. You'll never know, I think. No, I know who this is. I know who this is. I used to kick my dad so badly as a kid, on purpose, mind you. And he'd wince so bad and groan in pain, and I would feel so bad. Not anymore, though. Turns out he was an ass. There is a moral to the story. I was a petty asshole when I was 5. You know what? Deserved. You know what? Turns out he was an ass? Yeah, deserved. I don't even know if I sent one already, but hey. A confession I want to share is that one time I set out to make cookies using this recipe book I bought. I was 8 or 9 at the time. And I might have improvised some ingredients, and the butter might have expired. So I got one giant green. I bit into it and spat out 2 tiny eggshells. Love your videos. Hope you didn't lose an appetite. Sincerely, Gravitron. Hope I said that right. This actually reminds me, one time, this was recent too, so I don't have the excuse of, oh, I was just a kid making a mistake. This was recent, like a month ago. I tried making these cookies. They were so bad. I made like 2 batches. The first batch, I had to force myself to eat these cookies. They just tasted so bad. Like the recipe I used, it called for a lot of dark chocolate, and I was like, okay, dark chocolate, fine. I used that. I bit into it. It tastes like medicine. Like it literally tasted like medicine. And the second batch I made, I had to use a different pan for it. I had to use like a pizza pan because the main cookie tray was like used already. They melted into each other instead of like baking properly. So I also got like a giant cookie. So I just had to like scrape all that shit into a bowl and like put some ice cream in it and be like an ice cream bowl or something. It was awful. It was so bad. It was so bad. I had to force myself to eat that too. It was just not a good time. This will definitely get some people angry. Oh, controversy. But Freddy X Chica is a very boring and fairly common ship. Ooh, I know someone out there's gonna be seething at that. Toy Chica X Mangle is super overrated. Ooh, no! So many people are gonna. Okay, hey, it's not me saying this. It's a confession, and I'm not one to censor people. I'm not gonna censor people. And most portrayals of the 2 are really uninteresting. I mean, let me ask the audience. I'm not giving my opinion on this one. I use Scratch.com to make art and stuff. And I used to reuse a lot of body parts for newer body types. Like, you would see a normal Helen Henny, but no. Her arms and legs were reused for an old-ass OC I made, just different. And yeah, I don't really do that anymore because I'm making concept art for a character I made. But looking at it now, my old method sucks and I can't unsee it. Honestly, I've never used Scratch.com before, but I know somebody who does. People have made cool stuff with Scratch, so I don't think it looked too bad. I think all artists look at their old art and like say like, oh, this looks so shit, this looks so shit, and then you look at it and it's like a masterpiece. I think all artists are kind of hard on themselves when it comes to art, so it probably wasn't too bad. I put a crayon in my ear to try to get out of school. I busted my eardrum and now I'm deaf in my left ear. All right, Homer Simpson. The things people do to try to get out of school, that's crazy. When I was younger, my dad had gone out and got into a fender bender because a police officer was speeding down the street. Both are okay. This caused our car to have to go into repair to eventually be declared as unfixable. My dad, being very upset, decided he wanted to sue the police officer. It wasn't until later I found out who this police officer was. The police officer was actually dating my dad's cousin, and I knew. For some reason, my dad did not, which I find crazy, but me and her do talk a lot. So I had known about the relationship, but instead of telling my dad, I decided not to because my younger self thought it would be funny to see what would happen. This is like a romantic comedy. This is kind of like what would happen in like Modern Family. This is like sitcom level like plot twist. In the end though, my dad did not go through with suing the guy and later found out that the police officer was dating his own cousin. I still haven't told him I knew to this day. You know what? That's actually really funny. I would want to see that as like a sitcom joke. Like that literally is a Modern Family skit. Like straight up. I have this friend who likes Toy Foxyka and she wants it canon in my AU. But how do I tell her that Toy Chica's gay? Crying face emoji. Honestly, at that point, just gender bend Foxy. I mean, everybody wins. Everyone wins. Just slap a bow on Foxy and be like, Yuri, it's Yuri. I got into FNAF via security breach. Oh, we got a Gen Alpha. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So whenever I hear people talking about pre-security breach FNAF stuff, I just sit there spaced out, pretending I know what they're talking about, knowing damn well the entire security breach cast has me at too strong of a chokehold. Honestly, that's actually me, but reversed. Like anything after Five Nights at Freddy's 6, I like kind of space out and pretend I know what people are talking about when I haven't really like touched anything after FNAF 6. It's not, okay, people are gonna call me a fake fan for this, but I just can't get into it. Everything after FNAF 6 is clearly made for a new generation, so I'm just gonna be happy with stuff that was made for my generation, and Pig Patch is genuinely my biggest fictional crush of all time, even though he is genuinely so ugly. Valid. It's always the ugly ones that have the most hear me outs. You know. I mean, I can't even say anything either. Like, come on. Those who remember my hear me out list can back me on this. I think candy corn is delicious, and I'm tired of pretending it's not. Valid! So true! This is so, oh, that's so true. That's so true, that's so real. People who think that candy corn is disgusting, LARPers. They're LARPing, they've never had it before in their life. They're actually lying. Candy corn is the best Halloween candy. Don't fight me on that, because I'm right. One time I took a dump and it was blue and looked like it. What the fuck? What are you eating? It looked like it glowed. It was blue? Bro, you had to have drank like those like battery acid drinks people were making back in 2020 where they were just like pouring Monster into like a cup and adding a bunch of like sour candy to it. That's what you must have been drinking, because that's actually crazy. You need to go to a doctor. So back when your Freddy's 05 casting call was open, I tried to audition for one of your characters. I ended up not submitting it, and it left me with a strep throat and a cold for over a week. This voice acting shit is serious. I made someone sick with my shitty Five Nights at Freddy's AU. That has to be like a bad omen or something. I'm so sorry. For a week too, that's actually crazy. I think that's a bad omen. I think I should be worried. Hi, Pig Patch Confessor again. I forgot to mention my shrine dedicated to him. No way. Okay, you gotta show off the shrine. You have to show that off now. You can't just drop that and leave. Once when I was younger, it was Christmas and I was opening my gifts while I was watching the absolute peak that is Super Sentai. When my gift came in a box, I said one thing that makes me laugh every time. Why can't it be a package? I think little toddler meme meant, why is it in a package? Toddlers, they love speaking in getting words wrong. It's like toddlers are speaking words for the first time, and they just say whatever. At my high school, after I graduated, we have 3 Coke machines, but 1 water bottle or juice machine at the library doors, and I usually go to the machine to find some coins, if someone left them there and collected them, so I can buy something at the stores or gas station. It's Florida, in my opinion, to be honest. I mean, if there's money just laying around and no one's taking it, I mean, it's free. That's free game. It's not stealing if no one comes to collect it, remember that. One time I woke up and laid by my closet. I looked and saw an ant crawl out. I opened the closet and found there was an infestation. That's a nightmare. I'd burn the house down. Just straight up just move. I'm not dealing with that. That sounds like a nightmare. Bro's playing 5 Nights at the Anthill. I pretend to be a noob in UGVR and trade for weak dinos. I'm not a veteran in VR chat, and I'm assuming weak dinos are a currency or something. You know what? I mean, get that bag. Get that bag. And if it works, it works. Any VR people in chat, let me know if this is illegal. I'm going to senior prom with my date, being the girl my boyfriend was gonna cheat on me with. Oh, now that's a Modern Family skit if I ever seen one. He left boot camp since she was friends with me. Not dating though, just friends because I'm only attracted to men. Okay, I mean, dang, that's one way to get back at an ex. I got a lot of funny and wacky stuff I've done, to be honest. I hope it's okay if I list a few. This is so long. If not, maybe you could pick a few. I don't know, you're the video maker. I might pick out a little bit, because this is like very, very long, and it is very hot in my room. I was in 1st grade when I had this habit of biting my arm. Not for any bad reasons. I was just interested in seeing how my teeth were structured, and I thought it would be cool to see the indents. I used to do that in my vampire phase, actually. I wanted to see how deep my canines would go into my arms. This was in the era of Twilight, so I mean, if you know, you know. One time I did it in front of this girl in my class I hated, and she went, ew, and I never did it again after that. Wait, you hated her and you never did it again? You should have done it even more, just to piss her off. Max from Sam and Max is hot. Wait, I can't remember, is Max the bunny or the dog? Because I know they're like a rabbit and a dog, because I know the TF2 hat. Sam and Max. Who's Sam and who's Max? It's the rabbit. Oh, okay, this is the TF2 hat. I really want that hat in TF2. I want to see how much it is, actually, hold on. No way. If anyone has that hat and are willing to gift it to me, please gift it to me in TF2. I'm kidding. No, I'm actually not. I'm so down bad for someone. I drew us in furry yaoi and tacked it to my wall. So it's not even a fictional character. You just have a crush on someone and you drew them in furry yaoi. Don't tell that to Twitter. Dude, Twitter will literally flame you and find your location. Keep this private, bro, for your own safety. All right, pal. No free shout outs. That's not a confession. No, you don't get that. You don't get that. I'm censoring your name, but I'm putting your confession, quote unquote confession. That's not a confession. You're cheating. Okay, wow, that was a lot, but that was actually pretty fun. You guys are freaking crazy though. But yeah, that was all of them. I'm sorry if I didn't get to yours, but I may or may not make more of these. This was actually really fun. Anyways, like, subscribe, become a channel member for early access and exclusive browsing DeviantArt videos, and turn on notifications so you can tune in for the next video. I'll see you guys later. Bye!